Tranquil, lovely, once calm and peaceful Swellendam municipality in the Overberg region of the Western Cape finds itself the center of attention over an alleged corruption scandal. Swellendam, the third oldest town in South Africa, has more than 50 provincial heritage sites, most of them buildings of Cape Dutch architecture. Swellendam is located on the N2 highway, approximately 220 kilometers from Cape Town to the west and George to the south. Known for its flora and fauna, as well as agriculture, it once had an independent streak as well. Long ago, maladministration and poor service delivery led to a revolt and the brief existence of the Republic of Swellendam in 1795. So what is all the fuss in 2024 about? Well, according to Western Cape ANC spokesman Khalid Syed, Ward Councillor Donovan Julius was approached by Democratic Alliance members to resign, and they alleged, if he did, he would be paid 1.5 million rand in cash. Princely sum. And to sweeten the deal, Julius claimed that he was also offered another 500,000 rand towards his studies. The heck is he studying? The Swellendam municipality is currently governed by a Democratic Alliance and Freedom Front Plus coalition with 6 seats out of the 11. Now, the DA needed the Freedom Front Plus after badly losing a by-election in 2023 to the African National Congress, thanks to a soaring patriotic alliance which grabbed nearly 1/3 of the vote in that by-election. Now, unfortunately for the Democratic Alliance, in recent weeks, the two parties have been at loggerheads in various Western Cape councils, with the Freedom Front Plus now choosing to align itself with the African National Congress rather than the DA. News 24 has reported the ANC is planning to table a motion of no confidence in the current leadership in Swellendam. Now, this would open the door for a new coalition between the ANC and the Freedom Front Plus. The ANC reportedly planned to submit a no confidence vote to the council speaker on Friday, August 23rd, 2024. There's also a scheduled council meeting the week following where that motion could be voted on. Now, for its part, the ANC has confirmed that Julius made the allegations against the DA. And I quote, "Our councillor in Swellendam, Donovan Julius, has indeed confirmed with us the veracity of these bribery allegations against the Democratic Alliance. He confirms they attempted to bribe him and force him to resign from the municipality of Swellendam. The ANC is ready to co-govern this particular municipality through a government of local unity." Now, the alleged bribery attempt was a desperate attempt by the DA to hold on to power by any means, says the ANC. Any means necessary. Really? Or is the allegation a desperate attempt by the ANC to gain power in Swellendam? Ask yourself that question. So now we have to ask ourselves, what would the DA's motivation be to get Julius to resign in the first place? If he did resign, the balance of power could be at risk, and a motion of no confidence in the DA would fall apart. There wouldn't be enough votes to have the motion, meaning that the DA and Freedom Front Plus coalition would still govern, unless, of course, the Freedom Front Plus crosses the floor. A resignation would also trigger another by-election. And given the recent popularity of Gate McKenzie's Patriotic Alliance, which went from under 1% in the municipal election in 2021 to 31% in the 2023 by-election, a by-election could be very risky consideration for the Democratic Alliance, which means it makes very little sense that they would risk this. Now, wouldn't it be easier for the DA to repair its relationship with the Freedom Front Plus and hold on with its 6 councillors rather than bribe an ANC councillor and risk losing the by-election anyway? Also, where are the money coming from? The DA reported 65 million rand in donations in the quarter that ended March 31st. Now, that money's long gone for the election that occurred on May 29th. The money was spent at national level, not in places like Swellendam. So does the DA have 2 million rand just sitting around to bribe a councillor in a largely irrelevant minor municipality in the Western Cape? The population just 35,000? It does seem odd, if not impractical. If the party were inclined to bribe folks, would it not be wiser to do so in Gauteng? I mean, none of this means the DA didn't do it, but on balance, it seems improbable that a party focused on eliminating corruption would take such a silly risk. For its part, the Democratic Alliance has brushed off the allegation. DA provincial leader Tertius Simmers scoffed at the ANC's accusation. "We note the allegations by the ANC and refute it with the contempt it deserves. If the ANC believes in the rule of law and can substantiate their allegations, they must follow the required legal process." That's pretty clear. He did say he was aware of rumors about an ANC takeover effort in the Swellendam municipality. "We note the rumors of possibly yet another ANC Freedom Front Plus takeover, with Swellendam being the next target. Given the joint statement by both the DA and Freedom Front Plus national leaders yesterday, such an action will directly oppose what the Freedom Front Plus's national leadership indicated on a joint way forward by his party in our province. So why does this matter? Frankly, the DA performed poorly in the 2021 municipal election, in no small part owing to its foolish mantra that voting for small parties would equal an ANC victory in the Western Cape. Now, this losing strategy, plus growing impatience with Democratic Alliance governance, whether it's legitimate or not, cost the party dearly. The party lost control of several municipalities or had to resort to coalition agreements to hang on to power. The Freedom Front Plus's importance grew in the Western Cape as a consequence of the DA demise. Now, this has become all the more important with the recent fallout between the Freedom Front Plus and the DA in the Western Cape, where at least 9 councils across the province, including the Garden Route District Municipality and the local municipalities of George and Breed Valley, are now at risk of changing hands. Since early August, the DA has already lost control of Oudtshoorn and Langeberg. That comeuppance and its dispute with the Freedom Front Plus does not bode well for the DA going forward. Now, the political situation is hardly a welcome development for residents of the municipality. Swellendam municipality has been a mess since August of 2023, when a service delivery protest resulted in violence. The municipal office was torched, and local businesses, especially those operated by foreign nationals, were looted when residents of Railton protested against steep electricity tariff increases and because qualifying households were being made to reapply for indigent relief annually. So people's feelings were hurt that they had to get off their lazy ass and go apply for their free handout of welfare once a year. And that tells you what kind of work ethic and thought process going on in Swellendam. So is the DA crooked? Well, every party has corrupt people at some level. And it depends on how you define corruption. Is corruption taking bribes? Well, absolutely. That's corruption. Is corruption looking the other way? Well, that's corruption. There are many things that are corruption. It does, however, seem quite improbable that the Democratic Alliance, a party that recently finally achieved access to the levers of national power, would risk all of that for 2 million rand to a local councillor. Why would anybody in the DA even for a moment think they could actually trust an ANC councillor to quietly take a bribe? It just doesn't seem plausible, folks. So there you have it. Swellendam, the latest excitement and crisis going on in South Africa. Thanks for tuning in. We'll catch you next time. God bless. Be safe out there. Feel free to leave a comment behind if you're not a subscriber. Why don't you become one? Help us here on the channel. Cheers.